Wagner chief Prigozhin agrees to halt advance of fighters in Russia, Belarus says.
Here's a summary of the article.
Wagner Group chief Yevgeny Prigozhin has agreed in a deal brokered by Belarus to halt the further movement of his fighters across Russia, the office of Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko announced Saturday, 7:25 p.m. Belarus says Wagner chief agrees to halt fighters' movements in Russia. The office of Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko said on Saturday that he had brokered a deal with Wagner Group chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, who agreed to halt the further movement of the group's fighters across Russia. 11:35 a.m. Wagner chief Prigozhin says fighters will not turn themselves in, calls Putin deeply mistaken. The Russian army on Saturday urged Wagner fighters to abandon the group's leader, saying it would guarantee the safety of Wagner mercenaries who stop rebelling against Moscow's military leadership. Russian mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin appeared to have sent an armed convoy of his Wagner fighters on a 1,200-kilometer drive towards Moscow, having said that he intended to oust the military leadership. Russian mercenary boss Yevgeny Prigozhin said on Saturday his Wagner fighters had crossed the border into Russia from Ukraine and were prepared to go all the way against Moscow's military, hours after the Kremlin accused him of armed mutiny.
This post received a score of 28,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What an absolute clusterfuck this whole situation is.
Fascinating turn of events for the special coup operation.
Hey, Putin told Prigozhin to invade the fascist country. He was just doing what he was hired to do.
Putin was right. The Nazis in Ukraine really were a threat to Russia.
Saying he agreed to return troops to their bases, TF was the point of this? And in what world does he, if this was true, exit this alive?
It is senseless trying to understand Russian power politics in real time.
Greater than it is senseless trying to understand Russian power politics in real time. Kremlin political intrigues are comparable to a bulldog fight under a rug. An outsider only hears the growling, and when he sees the bones fly out from beneath it is obvious who won. Winston S. Churchill. Whatever Putin promised to Prigozhin, in the end he will only deliver death. Prigo is a dead man walking.
But, say this was true, and say the Prigozhin knows it to be true, why the fuck would he just stop?
He sees a path to the opposite outcome.
Or he's savage but not smart.
Could have actually been outraged that Putin was killing his guys.
I don't think people understand what just happened here. Wagner went from ballistic about to kill Putin and Moscow, to suddenly never mind. The indication here is that Putin had his finger on a button and told Wagner to stand down.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe this. He otherwise had nothing to lose. Putin had something disastrous up his sleeves.
I see the opposite. Putin must have given something big up. Showing Wagner to continue existing after publicly revolting is a big problem. Other factions see this and see they can just stick revolt and make a deal.
I officially give up on understanding what the F is going on anymore. This makes no sense. Here's the best I can do as a Reddit-certified armchair analyst. Wagner was mandated to be dissolved and absorbed into the Russian mod with a deadline coming up on July 1st. The plan to absorb Wagner into the mod indicates that he was losing influence as he was very against it. Generally they are warm to Wagner because they've fought alongside each other and Wagner actually has a competent fighting force. He'll deal with Prigozhin down the line when the temperature is cooled and Wagner is absorbed into the military apparatus.
Thank you, Reddit certified armchair analyst. This was a great breakdown of the situation that helped things make some sense.
Weren't they ready to die at all cost just yesterday?
The payment went through,
so he can afford to bar all his windows.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.